Hey, what's going on guys? It's FPL Yusuf and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today I've got for you guys a wildcard draft ahead of the semi-finals and match day 6 of the tournament. Fantasy Euros is drawing to a close now, so we're going to give it one last push to finish as high as we can. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, welcome back guys to another video on my YouTube channel. So today it is all going to be around solely one thing, and that is a wild card. Now we know the final four in the Euro tournament is going to be France versus Spain as the first semi-final, and it's going to be England against the Netherlands as the second semi-final. So this video is going to be solely around if you've got chips left, whether it be limitless or in particular wild card like myself, which is the best and ideal team you should be set up with. Now I'm not going to go into what happened previous in the game week. I'm going to save that for the transfer targets video, which should be out tomorrow, being Monday. So this video is just going to be solely around what is the ideal squad in my opinion that you should be picking if you've still got chips left for the semi-final, with also a later thought of the final, because obviously that's part and parcel of kind of why we're doing this. Okay, so first off, I think the most important thing to say is when it comes to this side of the tournament where there's 4 teams left, 2 of them are going to go through to the final. I think part of the decision making, and I think a big part of that decision making, has to be your own thoughts about who's going to go through to the final. It's going to be difficult because obviously you want to stack your team, you want to get as many good players in as you can, but of course in an ideal world you want as many of them who have the best chance of going through to the final, which saves you less transfers when it comes around to it. So I think part of the selection process of this wildcard draft, especially my one in particular, is kind of about the 2 teams that I think will progress through into the final. So I think those 2 teams, in my opinion, will be France and England. Now, ironically, both of the teams that I've picked haven't actually, are probably the worst 2 out of these last 4. Spain being the best. I think Netherlands have been okay. And it's really England and France that have been very underwhelming considering they've got the best squads. However, I think there's a reason they have made it this far. Maybe arguably a little bit of luckiness. France haven't really scored any goals. England, same thing, have been quite poor in the attacking side of things, or have left it really late in games, but that is what good teams do. They get the job done by hook or by crook. So yeah, I think for me personally, France and England will be the 2 that I am prioritising in this draft, as you can see. So let's just get straight into it. So goalkeepers, 1 from each nation. Maignan from France, and I've gone for Pickford from England. Now, I won't go too much into the goalkeepers because they can only do so much, but I just think for the France side of things, Spain are obviously going to have a few players ruled out, and we'll cover that when we get onto the defence. So Carvajal and Lenormand, who are 2 of their starting players, aren't going to be there, which, even though France have been great from an attacking side of things, gives me reason to believe that, there's a good chance for France to actually get them and have more of the ball. And I just think that, I think France throughout this tournament have probably been the best team defensively along with Spain. So that should be quite a good game. But yeah, Maignan for me, just probably the best goalkeeper in the tournament. And Pickford, again, I think England have been very solid defensively. They haven't really conceded that many clear-cut chances, the truth be told. Bit unlucky maybe the way some of the goals go in, but I just think that with goalkeepers, not really too much to talk about on that. So yeah, Maignan and Pickford will be my starting 2 keepers. Okay, so now onto the defence, and I'm going to start off with my double French defence, which once again came in clutch. Saliba and Koundé have just been fantastic throughout this whole tournament. Now, there was part of me that wanted to get Theo Hernandez in as well. I didn't, and do you know what? To be fair, at the time of recording, this is Sunday afternoon, early Sunday afternoon. I may still well do it. I don't know whether it's smart going for 3 out of the 4 French defenders as well as the keeper. So I'd have four French defenders or defensive players in my team. And if Spain score, that's a wipeout for all of them. So I'm still not sure about that yet. But yeah, Koundé and Saliba kind of just go without saying. They've just been fantastic this whole tournament for me. Consistently racking up 6, 7, all the way up to 9, 10, 11s. So yeah, them 2 not going anywhere. I've also gone for another double up with the England boys. I've got Mark Guéhi and Kyle Walker at the moment. Now Guéhi will stay because I do expect him to come straight back in after his suspension. He's very good for ball recoveries. Even if England do lose the clean sheet, you can still, on a good day, if England take it to extra time, you can still get a good 6, maybe 7 points out of him, even without the clean sheet. So Guéhi's going to stay. Kyle Walker is the one that I was umming about with Theo Hernandez. So it will be one of them 2. I just don't know at the time which one. And the final defender is Stefan de Vrij. Now, obviously, he, as I said, I won't really talk too much about the week just gone. I'll wait for my transfer target video, but he come in clutch. Maybe a bit fortunate with the goal. You're not really expecting him to get on the score sheet as such. It was more for the clean sheets, but we'll take it, and got mad at the match. He came back with a 12-point haul. So I'm just going to keep him in there for now. There's not really anyone else. The Spanish defence I'm not really looking at. Like I said, that they are missing, Carvajal suspended for this game, and Lenormand is also out of it. So that is going to be 2 changes, which will probably be Jesus Navas and another, which worry me for Spain because Jesus Navas is 38, playing right back against Kylian Mbappe. Despite Mbappe not being great this tournament, you know he could just turn it on whenever. So yeah, for me, I'm going to stay far away from the Spanish defence. I'm going to just keep it on a double up on France, double up on England, and divide from the Netherlands. Also, there is a chance that I make the Walker to Teo Hernandez transfer. That one I'm going to leave right till the end before Tuesday, and yeah, we'll talk about that in my final team selection. Okay, so the midfield. Now, this is where I've gone the complete opposite way. So I've gone for a triple up on England in the midfield. So Bellingham and Saka, I think, are England's two most prolific midfielders. Saka, you know, turning up once again, wonderful goal against Switzerland yesterday, taking the game into extra time after England conceded quite late on. And, you know, Bellingham's always going to get the minutes. He's always going to play through. So I think them two just make sense. Now, the last midfielder, Declan Rice, I've been a little bit underwhelmed with him, but his ball recovery numbers are insane. And I think against Netherlands, England probably won't have as much of the ball as they do. So I think that's going to bring Declan Rice even more so into that ball recovery scenario. Now, this was a toss-up between him or Kante. And again, Kante can also get ball recoveries. It just, when I watch France play, Kante seems to be a little bit further forward than I would have liked him to be. Tchouaméni seems to be the guy who's sitting and holding. Now, if Kante was at that place and at that position, I'd probably go for Kante just because he's so good at what he does winning the ball back. But because it's Tchouaméni who's sitting in there, I think Kante is kind of just like the shuttle man in between defence and attack. So I think I'd rather have Declan Rice and just go with the England triple up. Now, I've also gone for the Spanish double up here, and I needed to get some Spain players in there just for differentials. France haven't really got too many midfielders that I'd be looking at personally. I don't really think that they're good point scorers. They're not really goal scorers. So it kind of was the next option was to go to either the Netherlands or Spain. And I think Spain's midfielders are just completely better than the Netherlands. I've gone for Dani Olmo and Nico Williams. Nico Williams goes without saying, you know he's going to start. He is in tremendous form and has really, really done well at this tournament. And Dani Olmo over the last few games has really turned up as well. Now, I don't know whether he'll start or not. He started the last game. There are some games in the group stages that he didn't start. But with Morata missing up front, there is a question, can he play in like a false nine role? Potentially. But I do think after his performance last game, you know, goal and assist against Germany, I do think he will continue to start and keep his place. So yeah, for me, triple up on England in the midfield and a double up of Spain. I don't really see it changing that much. I don't think I'll make the Rice to Kante transfer. So my midfield will probably be as you see it on screen. And the forwards. Now, 2 out of 3 pretty much have been in my squad all the way through, and that is Kylian Mbappe and Lamine Yamal. Now, again, France against Spain will be a tough game. Both teams defensively have been very good, so I don't really know how many clear-cut chances they're going to be. France haven't really attacked that great, but I think, as I said earlier, with Carvajal being out and Jesus Navas coming in at 38, I think there's a real chance for Kylian Mbappe to get at him on this one. So for me, Mbappe's going to stay. He will be my captain in that first game. And Yamal, I'll keep him as well. He's been ticking over nicely, a lot of 4s to 6 points, but you know he's been doing his thing at 6.5 million. I don't think you can really complain about him. Now the last forward, I had Harry Kane in this draft before England played yesterday, and once again, I've been saying it this whole tournament, I don't think he should be starting for England. I think it looks like we're playing with 10 men at times with him. He's not really pressing that well. He's kind of slow. I think Kane would be better to come off the bench as a sub later on in the game when the opposition defence is tired. It means he has to do less running, and you know, all it takes is a lapse of concentration from them and Kane can just pounce on something. So I've gone for Gakpo instead. I think I probably will keep it like this. You know, Gakpo's been in great form. Got an assist in the last game against Turkey. Maybe should have had the goal. I didn't see it, so I don't know. It went down as an own goal, but I thought it was a Gakpo goal, but it wasn't. But I had him in the previous round before where he came back with a 12-point haul for me. So yeah, Gakpo's been terrific this tournament. So I've gone with him over Harry Kane. And to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to be changing it either. I think the only change that from this team that could possibly happen is the Kyle Walker to Teo Hernandez, and that's about it. So I think this team that you see on screen now will pretty much be the team that I go into the final game week with. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this wildcard video. It's only a quick little one today just to kind of go over my idea of a rough template of what you should be looking at if you're looking to wildcard or limitless, depending on what chips you guys have got. I will be back tomorrow, Monday, with a transfer target video, and I'll be back on Tuesday. And I'll get the final team selection uploaded before the France game starts, the France and Spain game kicks off. So yeah, there'll be 2 more videos for me before the first semi-final kicks off. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, please don't forget to drop a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Thank you guys so much for the recent support on all my videos, and the views are starting to slowly creep up, and I'm really grateful. You know, whether you've been here from the first video or this is the first time you're seeing one of my videos, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, it'd be greatly appreciated from me. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll be back tomorrow with a transfer target video for you.